What's going on? What's going on, Falcon fans? Another disappointing night, as we can see. We're gonna go ahead and get the benediction started, man. Y'all go ahead and, as we said before, hit that like and subscribe button on the way in. We got you covered. It's the benediction, man. Let's get to it. Benediction, folks. You know what it is. Falcons drop the draws tonight as we lose to the 49ers. It's still going on right now, but it's pretty much over with. It's 20 to 10 right now. I'm not gonna post the final score just yet because they're still driving. But this right here, this was just a good old-fashioned ass whipping we took. Hey, we were not ready for primetime TV. Let's call a spade a spade. They came out here, even with the players losing tonight. It's just awful. We pretty much are getting our butts handed to us tonight. And this was just, I don't even know how to call it. I say this was bad from the start. I get trying to be aggressive. You want to set the tone, but let's be honest, setting the tone on the road is something that you don't do. Today would have been a day that you actually take the ball and you try to have as many possessions as you can. You limit their possessions because you apparently see that we had no answer when Bertrand went down. I'm sorry, not Bertrand, when Diablo went down and we couldn't stop it. We didn't look like the one man. We didn't look like a total defense today. We literally look horrible. I'm pretty much going to open up the lines right now. It's what it is. Like I said, I'll be on for a bit, but I got to go to work in the morning just like everybody else. So if you want to come in and talk about it, come in and talk about it. It's fine. We're going to get this thing started. But boy, this was just, we just got on today. So I dropped the link in the chat. So if you like to come in, come on in. No surprise here. Well, what's up? This is be a day that you can actually complain and you got an absolute gripe to complain. So go for it.
Man, first of all, man, it wasn't no excuse on offense. Zach Robinson, it was a disappointment, man. This team didn't prepare to play, and it wasn't no excuse. People got mad on complaining about why did we win the 4th and 1. I would have did it too because I didn't trust Romo to kick the ball to tie to 13. I would think he wasn't gonna kick it from there. But overall, the game situation is terrible, man. It's terrible, and I think Zach Robinson need make better play designs because they had Bijan Robinson in check and Tyler Algier got hurt and Michael Penix was getting towed up. So the pass protection got to get better. Playbook got to be more seam routes, come back right. I just don't like it. We're doing too many screen plays, man, and we can't. And now we third in the division because the Bucks on top. I mean, not the Bucks, but Carolina. But I don't think Carolina gonna beat the Bills. But overall, man, it was a bad game. Only positive I could say is special teams and the offense was wasn't doing nothing today for me outside of
Algier
Drake
wasn't
London.
hurt long. He just got his bell rung. He got back on the field. Algier is not out. He's still there. But let's be honest. You just went up against Robert Saleh. And Robert Saleh is a defensive guru. And you have to remember this. Who do you think was running the Jets when Jeff Ulbrich was there? He was Jeff Ulbrich's boss. He pretty much helped the 49ers. Hold up. He was
Oh,
there helping the 49ers get to a Super Bowl before that. So again, you have a veteran defensive coordinator who actually understands what success looks like and knows how to change that. At this point, this loss falls on Raheem and Zach Robinson because guess what? The defense, yeah, we got bullied, but guess what they did? They gave us opportunities to score when we got a couple of 3-and-outs. They gave us chances. We didn't take them.
And
And
I can
go ahead.
also apparently when they pulled Chris McCaffrey over the goal line, that was supposed to be on foul, and that part would help us help the defense with the momentum of stopping them that last touchdown. But our defense, we just didn't cover up the middle, and they allow CMC beat us.
I'll say
that play that really was illegal. That off his line for him when he supposed to be
Yeah,
pushing Christian McCaffrey.
uh,
They cheated for them because they at home. So like I say, man,
no, hell no. I ain't trying to hear that. No, stop. Right now, you whining. Stop all that. They had many opportunities to get in the end zone. Stop all that crying. The hell with all that. You ain't finna sit here and just say, "Oh, it's on the refs." No. If you're gonna
Nah,
say,
nah.
It wasn't right.
no,
That one
hold up,
play
hold up.
was
If
changing
you
the
gonna
momentum.
no, but let's be real. We got away with a pass interference when they dropped it, and damn Hughes was beat like he stole something, and he tackled the guy, and the dude dropped the pass. So what we doing here? We got away with
Nah,
about 7. No. They pretty much let them boys play. I'm not
Yeah.
finna do that. They let them boys play. Now it was some BS calls that came on us, but let's keep this a buck. We screwed ourselves out of this ball game because of the fact that, let's be real, we were just focusing on making Bijan the man again. That was the
Right.
problem. Let's talk about the fact that you didn't use Kyle Pitts when he was eating. Let's talk about the fact that you weren't using Drake London in areas to where he was dominating in one-on-one situations. I don't want to hear that referee crap. I'm just telling you that now. You can say it, but it's BS. That's an excuse, and that's whining, bro. Because
no,
guess what? We got away with a
No,
lot of
I'm not whining. I'm not whining about that. I was just saying
No.
the
I
score
know
was
you didn't. No,
13-10.
I was saying that
We
about
could have gave a
and left
momentum of stopping
for
them
them. Let's be real.
on that drive.
They were not cheating for them. Let's call this a spade because we got away with a lot tonight too.
No,
My
I ain't
problem,
saying it was cheap, but I mean
yo,
it wasn't.
Wolf, I'm
They
not
let them
saying you.
play.
I was saying because Will was saying that the refs was cheating, but it's like, look, they let them boys play. And
Yeah, they
that's
did.
one of the worst referee crews. Every time we get them, they hose us, whether we're in our house or whether we're on the road. But I can say with that gentleman that normally calls the games, he
yeah, the
let them play.
glasses. Yeah, I don't like his ass.
We got exposed tonight. It's just what it is. It
Yeah.
pretty much exposed Zach Robinson, and I've been saying this for the past 2 weeks. All y'all
Just
have
run
been
up the
up
middle.
there, and I said it off the rip. I said the problem is we are trying to focus too much on Bijan. You have multiple weapons on this offense that you can hurt folks with, but I'm not even going. I'm not even going to just say that. And I'm
Zach
gonna let
Robinson,
Will do this
and I ain't mean to cut y'all
again.
off. Zach Robinson do not know how to scheme these players, man.
But here's the
I
problem,
seen
though.
too many tight end screens. He
So
did it more than once. He did it 3
Will,
times.
hold up. Are we gonna get an offensive line some grief, or you just gonna sit there and just blame Robinson? Because let's keep this a buck. They damn sure didn't open up no holes tonight like they were supposed to, and they
Be
definitely
honest with
didn't
you,
pass block that right.
that's who I blame the loss on with the offense lineman because
Exactly.
our first flag that killed our whole momentum the whole game.
Kool-Aid, what's good, man?
Hey man, you know I'm saying, man. Hey, look, man. Man, I'm gonna tell you something, man. We had so many situations we could have took control of this game, man. And
Thank
every
you.
time we was in a position to take control of the game, man, the coaches made some punk calls.
Thank you. This ain't.
Period. I know players play bad in and out of the game. They team played bad. They defensive line didn't look good from time to time. They cornerback didn't look good from time to time. They got penalties. We got penalties. It came down to pop coaches making when you're supposed to be making the decision at the right time. That freaking 3-down lineman thing was the most dumbest thing I've ever seen in my freaking life on defense. That was what was a clinch time? That was a clinch time. That was a crunch time in the football game. We needed that stop. And you went, when your boy Harrison made one of the biggest plays, you followed it up with a freaking 3-down lineman call.
Thank you.
God dang it. And then we got down here and made a big play, and we did a freaking 1 yard. And you gonna come out and throw a freaking pass?
Agreed.
God dang it. That's what I call coaching, man. Because when your players are playing back and forth and everybody and the players are doing the best they can, and we was in this game the whole freaking time, all we need was some good, decent coach call and clutch situations. And they didn't make it.
Kool-Aid. And here's the other thing, and I know John finna get in on this too, but here's the other thing that I said. When you had a 3rd and 1, and you literally, okay, you get stopped. Guess what? You got a 4th down and 1. At this point, they're telling you they don't trust Parker Romo. That's what they told you. They don't trust this damn kicker. John, where'd you go? He'll pop back in. But because I want John to jump on this, but they didn't trust him. Now, here's my thing. If you are going to take a chance like that, Why are you throwing the football? I understand Drake is that guy, and I'm not putting that on him, because here's my thing. On a 3rd and 1, I'm going to take my chance with my backs, the guys who pretty much have been carrying the load today. I'm taking it. Even Tyler Algier was back on the field. So
and if you do throw it to the bigger receiver, like Cal Pitts.
But that's what I'm saying. But why are you throwing an out route? Why are you not attacking inside and having this guy to run a slant if you're going to throw it? But my thing is this. I'm not throwing on the 4th and 1. First off, I'm getting ready to give it to one of my big backs. I'm either going to give it to Bijan on a quick pitch and let him use his speed to the outside. I would have taken the time out to let him catch his breath. Or if I'm not using Bijan, guess what? Tyler Algier is very serviceable. Tyler Algier was bullying them dudes tonight, looking like William Andrews, running over players, and they couldn't stop him. But yet and still, he's on the field, and you choose to make a questionable call. But the biggest questionable call in this ball game was you starting off trying to get the ball first in a hostile environment on the road, and you know a Shanahan offense is something that can hurt you. Now, Michael Penix didn't play his best game. I'm gonna keep that a book. When they gave him time,
agree.
Right, and let's be real. He overthrew passes. He missed
and not reading progression.
Nah, and this is my thing. Penix ain't getting the pass tonight. I know it's gonna be some people that's gonna be mad at it, but I'm telling you now, whether it's gonna be in here and it's gonna be on bumper to bumper this week, Penix ain't getting the pass either.
I hope he recovered too, because he did get hurt.
He got hurt at the end of the game, and my thing is, I hope it's not serious, because if it is serious, guess what? We got to go back to Kirk Cousins. So John,
from my point of view, right there, man, when that man went down, and you know we practically on the position where we lost this freaking game, you would have took that man out. He's supposed to went out for 1 round in a way. He went down. He should have went out for 1 round in a way.
All you had
to do was trying to save his timeout, but he should have called timeout.
Say that timeout. My thing was, I would have called the timeout. I would have allowed him to get his breath. Hey, big fella, just lean forward. That's all I need you to do. Just get in there and go forward. You come back on the side. We'll let Bijan work this here, and we'll let them work while you catch your breath. My thing was that 4th and 1, and I said this in the group chat, and my guys saw this. That pretty much piss poor decision. I said that's getting ready to cost us, because 8 minutes, they're going to grind out that clock, and they're going to get in the end zone, because we could not stop them up the middle, period, tonight.
And we had a 12-man on defense. Bad communication. It was just horrible, man. Just horrible, man. This team, man, we outdo ourselves. We never be prepared, man. We never be prepared. Even though it was a short week, but I still expect us to win this game. Because the 49ers, they defense wasn't all that good today. Like they just did a lot of exotic blitzes, gave Michael Penix different looks.
No, you can't sit there and take that away from them, because here's the one thing that they did do. They slowed our offense down. You can't take that away from them. This is inexcusable right now. You had young defenders who didn't have much playing time that came in here, and we made them look like they were all world. Think about it. Fred Warner's replacement. Got a shout out to that boy Bethune or whatnot. And whether y'all know it or not, he is named after Mary McLeod Bethune, the founder of the Bethune-Cookman HBCU college down in Daytona Beach, Florida. So shout out to him, because he had a hell of a game against this team, and he knew that he was going to be running that defense. So you can't sit there and trash them, because they had guys that came in.
I'm not trashing them, but I'm just saying we're a better team than the 49ers. Like on paper, I'm just saying we have the talent. We have the talent, but we don't have.
No, we're not. You know why we're not? Because guess what? We still don't know how to make adjustments. We still don't know how to make things happen. Guess what? Half of their lineup is out, and they made adjustments. That is what you call an elite team. Say what you want about them or whatnot. They showed you how to be an elite team, by the way.
We got out-coached, and I think, again, this game, our defense did not allow a team go over 300 yards, if I recall. Most of the yards came from the running back.
Mm-hmm. John, what you got tonight, man?
We were wondering whether our kicker had a problem outside. I was wondering whether our team had a problem outside.
Apparently we do.
It's the entire team. when we play outside, now I might be just as wrong as all get out about this, but I mean the facts that you see in front of you tell you what happens to the Falcons when they play outside in natural element. I mean, you start thinking that they got a crow's foot somewhere in the locker room. Somebody done roll some bones or something on the team. But Zach Robinson, man, this was the same mess that was happening in the Carolina game. The middle of the freaking field was open. I could have planted a garden and ate out of my garden for a solid month with what I could have grown out there, because nobody stepped on it. Not Nam Falcon was in between the hash line. Okay. Nobody, every time Pitts got open, he cut across back of the right across the back of the line of scrimmage, open on the sideline. Okay. Where were your running back coming out of the backfield play? Where were your ends? Where were your constant drags across the field? This man needed to get the ball out of his hands quickly. Your offensive coordinator did this tonight. Your offensive coordinator did this tonight. Your defense did the bit. Look, you held them to 20 points. You held them to 20 points. But you couldn't score. You couldn't move the ball. And with all of the hype, with all of the things that everybody was saying about Bijan, Falcons #2 in offense, Bijan such and such yards receiving, such and such yards running. What do you think that a good defensive coordinator like a Robert Saleh was going to do?
Focus on
they were loading the box. They were concentrating on taking Bijan away. Your defense, and I mean now the offense did have one good long drive, but that was suspended by penalties and things of that sort. But you ended up kicking the field goal. I mean, this man.
And I didn't mean to cut you off, John.
I'm just beside myself as far as this is concerned, because this didn't make no sense. This didn't make no sense at all. And when your announcers, second time this year, the middle is wide open. Why aren't the Falcons using some plays to get the ball out of Penix's hands in order that they can take advantage of the middle of the field? Come on, man.
Hey, John, listen to this. So Strapped Up 24 just said, I say bench Penix and let him sit and learn really how he cannot make adjustments. Here's my thing. Let him. No, I'm in the Miami game. I'm not benching him. I gotta let him grow through it, because at this point, why are you gonna sit there and bench him at this point? You know what? Guess what? Okay, he's supposed to be the franchise leader. He got to learn how to bounce back from a loss like this, a bad loss like this. And he got to get up, brush himself off, and come back. Because at this point, Michael Penix is your franchise quarterback. Kirk is only a rental at this point. So he's going to have to learn how to do this. So my question at this point is, what are you going to do to teach this kid how to become better? And how in the hell are you going to get this offensive line right? Because, again, they got bullied up front. Let's keep that a book. We're not going to forget about this. The offensive line was bullied tonight. So it's not just Penix being bad. They got bullied. We lost in the trenches. And that's not just on the offensive side. We lost it on the defensive side too tonight. You know, yeah, they made plays, but let's be real. Christian McCaffrey had over 100 yards on us, damn near in the first half.
Yeah, 90% of the yards.
Exactly.
Now, I didn't know Hennessy was over there.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I had forgot about Hennessy.
John, we didn't forget about him because we all said Ryan Nuzil is going to be the new guy. We said they didn't want to pay Hennessy. That was the thing. And we didn't pay him. And you see he's over there. He's a backup over there because their starting center got hurt tonight. So he's pretty much
came in the game and made Chris McCaffrey run like the best game of the year.
Well, no, it wasn't necessarily him. Now, if you go back and notice what they did,
Killer too.
they had a fullback, McCaffrey, and then they moved Kittle over, and he took on the point of attack.
Mm-hmm.
Even before the fullback got to the line of scrimmage. So they really schemed their way. And that, hey man, that was a good offensive scheme. That was a good offensive scheme.
John,
but where were I?
John, that's not a true offensive scheme. Pandemic, you know what I'm getting ready to say on this one.
Mm-hmm.
That was old school football. Y'all laugh at me.
That's it.
A lot of people want to laugh at me and say, "Oh,
that's
you
it.
You talk about old football and all this." Here's the thing.
Yep.
Y'all are enamored with this firecracker type of offense where everybody can just throw down the field. But here's the one thing that you better understand about a Shanahan offense. This is the one thing that's going to be. Mm-hmm. Even though they have great passing plays, they're going to be able to run the football and control the line of scrimmage. And when you talk about it, they were killing us with a simple trap and a counter play. That is what they were killing us with. It was no pitches to the outside. It was simple traps, counters, and then you saw and they threw a draw play in there here and there as a wrinkle. But again, as I said before, the biggest key to this game was going to be their running game. And I said this on the show this week. Bobby Turner, legendary running back coach, is on that sideline coaching these running backs over there.
Yep.
He was with us in 2016. Look at the list of running backs that he's had. Terrell Davis. You had freaking Clinton Portis. He had Quentin Griffin. He had Alandis Gary. I mean, you got all these guys I named had over 1,000 yards in Denver with him. So again, as I said before, we have to get better at becoming basic and fundamental on this team. Consistency is key.
Not with this coaching staff.
Hold up. I got to let Pandemic go because he just popped in. So what's good, Pandemic?
Hey, fella, what's going on, y'all? What's going on? First thing I'm going to make notice, right? This is another NFC loss. Another one. This is not good for us. I would rather have lost that Buffalo Bills game than this game. Going down into the playoffs, man, all these NFC losses, man, is going to come back to bite us. We're going to actually, our chance of getting into the playoffs now have just gotten slimmer. I mean, the chance of getting in there, even as a wild card, I mean, it's going to be crazy. We see how Carolina is starting to play now. They somehow or another we're tied with them now, right?
No, they second. No, they second. They 4-3. We 3-3. So we back third.
Right? See, I mean, it's stuff like that, right? But I understand too that
in the division.
We 0-3 really because we ain't won our division games.
No, we're 0-2. I mean, 2 in the division, not 0-3.
We're 0-2 in the division, but 0-3 in the conference.
Yeah, the conference it's not in the division is 0-2.
Yeah. But you got to remember too, we're going against one of the best minds and offensive mind in the league, right? And then you got another one of the great defensive coordinators in the league too that we were playing against. Our problem is they made the adjustments, we didn't. They knew the pass rush that we have. They made adjustments for it. Zach Robinson did not make adjustment on offense like he needed to. Jeff Ulbrich, he didn't make the adjustments on defense like he needed to. I mean, they pretty much let us, with our skill, outplay us, take us out of the game. And the self-destruction guys, that just helped San Francisco all across the board. If you want to really look at it, you know, there was some coaching decisions that should have been made. The field goals that he should have kicked, he didn't opt to kick that, and then he turned around right after that on a 4th and 1, take Bijan out, put Tyler Algier in, and don't even go to Tyler Algier. He go to a passing play that he somehow dug out the crack of his behind. I don't know where he got that from. I mean, you talking about? I know he tried to sneak that play in, but you got to be smart with it. 4th and 1, your passing game wasn't really there except for with Kyle Pitts. You know, Drake London, he was having a subpar game, but your game was Kyle Pitts and Bijan, and you should have stuck with that. And he when he went away from it, that's when you start the game just start slipping away from him. And like you said, Ryan, they played that old school football. They took that ball and ran it down our throats because they allowed our guys on that front to take themselves out of the play. They wanted to make the plays so much that all they did was pretty much just stood there and let our guys come in. I mean, They got to make better coaching decisions. We got out-coached across the board.
But pandemic. But this is what but here's the thing that I'll tell you. When it comes to this team and everybody doesn't understand, this is one thing that I'm gonna, for you casual fans out here that just became new to the game, or y'all just picked the Falcons or whatnot, or you're not really familiar with the X's and O's of the game. Here's a little lesson. The running game travels and the defense travels. The defense traveled tonight. Even though we got gashed up, they found ways to get the ball back to us and give us opportunities to get drives, like Kool-Aid was saying earlier when he went on his rant.
Right.
And then the other thing that you have to look at is this. If you can't convert points, I know we need 7, but anytime that we get in a situation, we're on the road in a hostile environment, guess what? You take 3 when you have chances to take 3. In that situation, live to fight another day. You're 4th and 1. It's damn near 10 minutes left in this game. Take the 3, take a chance, because if he misses it, it's like a punt. They take over right there on the spot. Either way, you attempt. If he hits it, guess what? You pretty much put them in a situation where they have to score 7. And if they don't score 7, you have a chance to grind out the clock and literally take the game over.
You know what, guys? I mean, they're almost like that Tennessee Alabama game down on the goal line, and that almost seemed like the same idea on the play, because that was a pick 6 in Tennessee. That almost got pick 6 too.
Brother, they don't trust
you. Had the opportunity to kick the field goal, to go in, make it 13-16, and we had an opportunity to kick the field goal, at least try to make a field goal, and we decided to pull that stupid play, the same stupid play they did, and it almost was a pick 6. That's just how stupid it was, man.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly. You know what? Sometimes the football guards just don't like stupidity, man.
Yeah. And I know a lot of people are going to go in and blame Wilkerson too for having a bad game, and he didn't particularly have a very good game.
Man,
but
that whole O-line got whipped tonight.
The whole O-line.
He killed the momentum for us.
If you really watched that side of the ball, right? Salah did his homework.
Yep.
He did his homework. Wilkerson for him, he had a great game. But the way Salah was calling that defense, Bethune was looking like a Pro Bowler out there, and he's nowhere close to being a Pro Bowler. But because of the way Salah called that defense, instead of coming up the middle with Bethune, he was sending Bethune around Wilkerson while Wilkerson was on a block.
Facts. Think about
it.
Bringing. This is what me and Coach Brent was talking about, and he called me during the game. And Coach Brent, shout out to Coach Brent, magnificent BirdCage crew, and him being offensive coordinator, it was something that he saw. He called it, and I said it the same thing. Being a former DB, I said what they're doing. I said they're giving a fake look to where they're stacking the box, and what they're starting to do, they're starting to bring an extra when they stack the box. What they're doing, they're dropping back and they're letting either a linebacker shoot the gap against Wilkerson, or they're letting somebody or edge rusher go on the outside while somebody kicks out and distracts Wilkerson, because Penix was a sitting duck on that side with that speed that was coming over there. Let's just be honest. And when he decided to try to run, he had no chance.
Yeah.
He had no chance because that 49ers defense is just like ours, fast.
Yeah. I'm going to ask y'all a question. Does that defense look familiar?
Yeah, it's ours.
It's our defense.
It's our defense because
That's about it.
They both came from the Jets.
Yeah, both of them came from the Jets.
But this is what you got to understand. That was Jeff Ulbricht's boss.
Yeah.
And I said this at the beginning before I started letting everybody in here.
Yeah.
I said, hands down, Jeff Ulbricht literally was a good DC, because when he was in Atlanta, when he was interim, he was definitely dialing it up. But when he got over there with Robert Saleh up in New York, they had the number 1 defense for a few years, and their offense was horrible. Think about that.
The crazy part with me. Do you remember when San Francisco had that all-out blitz?
Which play, John? Because they had an all-out blitz like about 9-10 times tonight.
Yeah, they did.
The very first one.
Yeah,
the very first one. It was all-out blitz.
When Penix got sacked in that early in the game. Yeah,
but there were no routes going to the inside. If one
ain't do that all
man had
game.
come to the middle of the field, he's still running now with the football.
Yeah. But I said that but John, I said that in the halftime report. I said the problem is this. They were geared to stop the running game tonight. They were not going to let us run the football. I said this in the halftime show. And we said, and think about it. We said this during the pregame meal. You have to use number 5, Drake. You got to use number 8, and you got to use Mooney. You're using Mooney on go routes. You're not letting him look off that safety with that speed and open it up for Pitts coming across the middle or Drake coming across. Like, it's no creativity with this passing game because we have weapons, or as Kool-Aid like to call it, we got aliens in that wide receiver room. We do have them, and we just not using them.
Yeah, I mean Blair and the other little white guy, man. Why they ain't up? Cause I'm gonna tell you something. That number 87 Silver and Washington, man, they no show on. They're ghosts on the team.
Yeah,
they really don't have. They really. I mean, it kills me when a coaching staff put their favorite little people out on the field just to be on the field, bro. That don't even make no sense. That dude, number 87, whoever he is, he know how his jersey was just as clean as it was.
David Seals.
David Seals.
Yeah, David Seals.
I mean, like really, dude, the dude didn't do nothing the whole game. I looked at him in the fourth quarter. His thing was shining. It was so clean.
Hey, Kool-Aid, and you know what's funny about that is nobody knew nothing about David until the 53-man roster got made out. Because I mean, we brought David in and put Blair on the practice squad, Blair and Nick Nash, and I think both of them could have did what tonight. Nick Nash and Chris Blair could have did something. Well, I'll take that back. I take that back. The problem tonight was we didn't exploit that middle like we should have.
That's all. That's all.
You know why you didn't exploit the middle. You know why you didn't exploit the middle.
Like, hey, we take them
I'm gonna tell you why you didn't exploit
the middle.
Because you didn't have the wide receiver for someone to get. You know what? Silver was supposed to have been the one that exploited the middle. He was the guy to do it. You know why? He was not running his route. He was not trying to get hurt. We're not trying to be clean. So therefore, he was not. You cannot. You got a quarterback and you blitzing, man. You need all wide receivers hands on deck, man. You can't just cause when they take away y'all number 1 and number 2 receivers, you got to have the other guys who gonna be a surprise to them. If the other guys not gonna be a surprise, how the team gonna operate and how the quarterback gonna get away with those quick throws? Those are the guys who be open. And if they don't try to get open, then it ain't gonna be nothing.
But here's my thing.
We just stop eating.
I'm gonna throw this in here. Kool-Aid, this falls into what you were saying. Now here's a guy that's a football player that's done 1 games for us. 1, 2 of them for his last, really 3 of them for his last year. Kadero Hodge.
Yeah,
this man ain't touched the field as a receiver yet. And here's my thing: you're talking about a guy that runs 4.2 40, definitely runs under 10 seconds running the 100. And you're talking about a guy who was making plays all over the field on special teams. See, I clamor, and I'm going to always clamor for my HBCU boys. That right there, that's a Prairie View A&M guy that went through the route of Alcorn State before he got to Prairie View. Understand this. HBCUs, you don't have the depth like these big time schools where you have the luxury to play one position. Guess what?
Right.
You have to play multiple spots. And guess what? That man had one of the hardest hits of the night on special teams when he hit that damn return man and knocked his jockstrap loose. And here's the other thing. He pinned him inside the 5-yard line when he got a punt. And then he also, like I said, he had a great game. You don't use this man enough. And at the same time, I get why you use Bertrand, but my question is this. You're still using Casey Washington. He had 1 catch tonight, and it was on the ground. Luckily, that went in our favor. But my question is this. When are you going to have packages with Hodge and freaking Mooney on the field when you're talking about 2 guys that can fly?
Yeah.
2 guys that can just fly. Talking about, look, as fly as Red is in them shades tonight. What is Red? Red, what you got?
What's up, fellas?
What's happening, Red?
What's going on?
Nothing much.
Rolling.
I mean, I guess I pretty much see what it was tonight. I mean,
Red,
Zach
Red.
Robinson
I
pretty
don't
much.
want you to be nice. I want
Oh, you want me to
Red.
go
I'm gonna
with
tell
your
you
ass?
this. Here.
I want you to bring it, Red.
This is what I want you to do. It's it's certain words that we don't use on here, but you know what? I need a Red special tonight because Kool-Aid gave me a sermon earlier, and I about pulled out the collection plate.
Well, I mean,
see, I need
got my face all of it.
I'm not that upset tonight. Like a lot of y'all. I wish I was that upset, but I'm just not. I'd be upset now if we don't bounce back and kick the Dolphins' butt and beat the Patriots and the Colts. Because now we need all three of them games right there. But look, Zach Robinson, dude, you got to stop. It's obvious to everybody that you have fallen in love with Bijan.
Yeah.
Okay, why don't you just move the man in your house, go down to Fulton County, and fill out adoption papers for the man? Because obviously you want him to be your son. I mean, it got to the point it is Bijan, third down, pass or screen, and that's the offense, and we back on the sideline. I mean, this dude was Bijan happy tonight. I mean, I know Christian McCaffrey was in our butt, man, but damn, it's like he was in a competition. Okay, whatever C-Mac can do, my guy can do too. Well, no, he couldn't do it. Not tonight.
Yeah.
Okay,
Not tonight.
Hey, this
200 yards rush, 200 yards purpose.
I'm gonna go ahead and say it like this, fellas, and I said it earlier when we came in here. This is just good old fashioned ass whipping we took.
That's what it is.
Yeah, I mean, Christian Mac got in our butt tonight,
it's just
man.
about it, dog.
Yeah.
This is just good old fashioned ass whipping they gave us.
And you know what? Make the proper plays to counter.
See, I can't agree. We beat ourselves to death again.
Yeah, I can't
we
say
beat ourselves. The man met us in the alley and took out a baseball bat and said, "No, don't you hit us? Give me that."
No. We ain't going in the alley.
Like that old Bugs Bunny cartoon. How many lumps do you want? I like a lot of lumps.
Hey, hold on. Wait a minute.
Now Christian McCaffrey took that bat and hit us a couple of times.
Yeah.
See, now 100. Now, see, that's the thing. If we really got beat, the score would reflect it.
John,
they only scored 20 points.
Yeah, John, but here's the thing.
They last. I mean that when I don't pay. Now I look at yards. But
John,
that
we got
pales into insignificance on the scoreboard compared to the scoreboard.
John, let's call it how it is. We got our ass kicked in the trenches. I don't care what you say on both sides.
I agree with that statement.
Here's the thing, John. And I'm gonna give you this. Christian McCaffrey had over 200 all-purpose yards. Now I'm gonna give you this, John. You say that we went into the alley? No, we didn't. We went.
we never went.
I'm gonna take it to the country for you. We went to their house when we scored. Shanahan got mad and said, "This is what I need y'all to do. I need y'all to go over there to that tree. I need you to pull that switch off and don't bring me no little limb.
Man,
don't bring me no little limb." Because guess what? Our offensive line got manhandled. Our D line in the middle got manhandled. We got beat down with our own switch we had to go get.
Let me say, can I say it like this, guys?
Yes, sir.
I'm going to say it like this, guys. And I'm going to be on John's side just a little bit. Because they didn't clinch the game until the last part of the fourth quarter. Okay? Mm-hmm. We just were Timex tonight. We were Timex. We took the licking, but we kept on ticking, bro.
Yeah.
All the way up to the fourth quarter. They didn't clinch this game until the last touchdown of the fourth quarter. Do y'all understand that?
That wasn't supposed to be a touchdown.
It was 13 to what? 13 to what?
13-10.
13-10. And we would have scored. We would have took the what?
We still in there.
We took the lead, right?
Mm-hmm.
They didn't clinch that game to when they clinched that game. With the last 5 to 10 minutes, they scored when we turned the ball over, right? That's when they clinched the game over.
We went 4 for 1 and didn't get it.
Okay, when we went 4th and 1 didn't get it, that's when was the last part of the turning point. When they took the momentum right there.
Yeah.
And then you know what that came down, that play right there, or that call right there was the turning point of the decision of who was gonna win this game.
Yeah.
And the coach had to make that call.
Yeah.
We were Timex. We took the licking, but we were still ticking.
Yeah.
We should went to
We didn't get
Philly.
out. Yeah. It was like we were getting thrown up and this and that and thrown up against the wall, but we were still in the game.
Yeah.
And it came down to we had to deal with the person who's gonna make the final decision whether we're gonna win or lose.
Yeah.
And our coaches pissed in his pants 2 times.
His coach.
And that was the decision on us winning or losing. The 3-man down when Harrison made that second game was a 13, put him at that 13, and your coach come behind him and put a 3 freaking down lineman. That was the worst call any freaking body could have made in the most crucial part of the freaking game, bruh.
Yeah.
We were still in the game.
We were still in.
All we needed was a touchdown. All we had to need was a Bijan break or some really good move to get in the game. He would have kicked it. We would have been what, 13 to what?
But here's the problem with that, Kool-Aid, and I agree exactly with what you're saying with that, and I'm not dismissing that at all because that's all accurate. But here's the other issue: this football game was pretty much like Evander Holyfield's third fight with Riddick Bowe, that trilogy fight. He had a chance to knock him out, but couldn't do it. We had a chance to beat the 49ers, but we didn't do it.
Yeah, that's true.
It's just what it is. And it just came from piss poor leadership.
Man,
I'm gonna say it.
His coach.
Oh, go ahead, Red. I'm sorry. Because I'm getting ready to let loose, and I really don't do this too often. So y'all got to be patient with me.
I'm gonna go movie reference on y'all. How we played tonight? This was the end of Godfather Part 3. When that weak old assassin they just kept chasing that clown all around the theater and just couldn't get him. And when you finally got him, well, yeah, after you killed Michael's daughter, you shot him at the head. Well, it's too late now, clown. Dude. You had him boxed in a theater, but you couldn't get him till he got outside in front of everybody. Bullets flying everywhere.
Well, hey, all I'm gonna say is this, man. In this situation, y'all got to be patient with me because I'm trying to keep my language from being what it would be on the eye test. So, and I always set the rules. I got to follow by example. So,
keep it PG.
When you talk about leadership is supposed to put us in a position to win at all times, or you do what's best for the football team. Okay. We're seeing certain situations where we've seen some matriculation, but the problem with this whole thing is this: we have somebody that has the left side of his brain that just does not work.
And that's ready to rain.
And at this point, no, I'm not even speaking on him right now. Speaking on the offense coach, that's what I'm fixing to speak on, and that's what I'm talking about at this point. Because let's be real, the man brought in pieces for this defense. He got the defense right. It's the offense that's awful right now. Let's be honest. With all these weapons that we have brought in, with all this stuff that we have, okay, you fired Ike Hilliard. Okay, they win 2 games. Guess what? You're on national TV. You just get embarrassed because your offense is still stuck in neutral. And you pretty much have somebody, as Red was saying, that pretty much need to put adoption papers on Bijan Robinson at that point. And since you paying child support with feeding this kid the whole time or whatever, go ahead and get papers on him. Because right now at this point, you are incompetent of calling an offense, sir.
Yeah.
This is 2 years in a row. You had a chance to make a statement tonight against a defense that was wounded. If you can't take advantage of a wounded defense, now I get it. They played hard. They got a hell of a defensive coordinator over there. You knew that they were not going to lay down like a $2 hooker and give you some. It just wasn't going to happen like that. But guess what? You pretty much rolled over and you said, go ahead and get this here, no Vaseline. That's pretty much what you did. You gave up the draws tonight. And I'm being very, very choosy on how I say it, because the other side of me that's off the camera want to come out and say you gave up some, you know what? You gave up that kitty. But I want to use the other word, but I can't do it because you got to keep it clean here. Now, when I get on John's show on Wednesday, oh, John, when I get on your show this week, John, you gonna go back. I'm gonna take you back to my sailor days, and you gonna hear some stuff this week.
Oh my goodness!
Pull out the popcorn and just enjoy it. That's all I'm gonna tell you. And you know, it's not many times that I do it, but you know, when I pop out, you know, I'm popping out like a boob at Magic City without the bra. That's how I do it.
Yeah.
We believe in the First Amendment, freedom of speech, and now for all of you guys talking about the offensive line, I want you to go back and see how many seconds Michael Penix has from snap to the time that he decides to throw. And from tonight, this man has had close to 5 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
That tells me that these pass patterns are too long and he's having to wait for too many people to get open too far down the field. Yep. And that middle right there, I mean, it's just like a cream filled donut or anything else that has cream in the middle. Anyway, like I'm saying, it was there. It was there. It was there for the taking. And just like Ryan said, offensive coordinator, okay, I done brought you down out the penthouse down onto the field. Okay, what the hell? What's wrong with you, son? What's wrong with you? I can go on this PlayStation right now and pull a play off of this PlayStation that you could have used out there on that field and would have been more successful than that crap you called, and you making all of this damn money.
Right.
Thanks.
Red, that's why I was going crazy during the halftime. Because, man, I mean, this was stupid. This was stupid. Hey, William, I need to get your doggone address because I got you and Red. I got to get y'all. I got to get you and Red. You know, I mean, see, after Carolina, and see, this is the thing. This is the thing. Your fans were watching tonight, Falcons. Your fans were watching tonight. They were asking themselves, was the Buffalo game a fluke? Was what, you know, what could we do against another team that was a high-ranked team, a team that has been to the Super Bowl before, who has players that have been together before? You know, because see, just like I said earlier, you know, I hear at Atlanta Public Schools, I hear at our parks and stuff, when you play 21, some of those parks make you hit 22 to seal the win. Exactly. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Exactly. This was our 22 game tonight to seal last week and this week. And you go out here and look like this, and these people marked you on the calendar. We marked them on the calendar. Come on, y'all. You cannot progress when you sitting up here laying eggs like this on national television. Because, I mean, Chris Collinsworth, I mean, all of your people, they listening and saying, hey, the Falcons got an opportunity to make a statement. They got an opportunity to say something.
John,
hey, y'all,
but here's the thing. We got to get us outside of Washington being that bad. We have to get more NFC wins. We got to get more NFC wins because look at both our wins. Look at some of our wins that we've had. Think about it. We beat Washington, a wounded team. We did what we were supposed to do. We beat Buffalo. And then they had injuries, and we took care of business with that. And now you're in a game where you have injuries, but you know that they're gonna have fight. Because again, you got to realize this. It's bad blood between. It's always going to be bad blood between Shanahan and his Falcon fan base. As long as he has a clipboard on the sideline and he's not a Falcon, anytime we play him, it's always going to be bad blood.
Yep.
You know, the last 4 meetings, okay, we went 3-1. We lost tonight. So guess what? We're 3-2 versus them. And that's been since Shanahan has been there. So all I'm saying is this. You give up.
I'm hearing some background.
You put yourself in a position to where things are just like, but here's the thing. The joys about this here, NFL is different This is where the NFL varies differently from college.
Yeah.
You lose 2 games, you pretty much on the brink of your season being over. From being a playoff contender, you still get a bowl game, but you're not going to be able to compete for that championship. The joys about the NFL at this point is this. We have a long season. I'm not done with this team yet, but at the moment, I'm frustrated, and I have no problem with saying I'm frustrated because this is an underachieving team. You have all these pieces, and we've seen flashes of the greatness that could be with this team. But guess what? When you have idiots, and yes, I said idiots in leadership, what happens? You overthink it. It's not simple. Again, I'm gonna be 100 with you on this. Could you imagine Jerry Glanville with this team? Early Jerry Glanville with the Falcons in 91 with this team. Could you imagine Lehman Bennett with this team? I mean, with a defense like this and with an offense, because think about it, they had a hell of a defense with their Grizz blitz. They just didn't have consistent offensive players. Could you imagine if Lehman Bennett had a defense like this and he had multiple offensive players that he can coach and the way that we played football at that time? I'm just looking at it. Hell, what's up, Wolf? Oh, Wolf's heading out. And let's be real. And then we can even go back to even when Dan Quinn was here. Look at the type of one thing you can say about Dan Quinn is this. Yeah, he going through a rough time. Dan Quinn understands how to identify talent when it comes to coaching. That's something that we don't have. Kool-Aid, you still there, man? Because you frozen right now. Oh, there we go. You look like you was frozen. But
well, let's be real. We only have one more idiot left to get rid of. I think if we get rid of him and replace him with somebody that can do better, I think we'll be okay. Gotta get a smarter offensive coordinator.
Right about now, man. The way things are going, I'll let Zach Robinson go, and I go to Miami and get.
He ain't fired yet.
He ain't fired yet, but I
Mike Daniels ain't gonna be fired till next year.
With you on there. Bring in Mike Daniels, but here's my thing. At this
y'all
point,
gonna try to go down there and get him fired right quick. Can we get him fired?
Let's do it
before next week.
John, hey man, here's the thing. We don't have to worry about getting him fired because he's getting ready to get himself fired at this point. And my thing is, okay, bring him up here. But if you don't bring him up here at this point, hell, TJ Yates look more competent than what we got right now at this point.
Right.
Ain't TJ Yates the wide receiver coach?
He was the quarterback coach, and they moved him to the wide receiver coach.
And that's why the routes trees ain't looking good.
No, that wasn't the problem.
No, that wasn't the problem.
No. Well, you
ready
to fire somebody. Look, we're ready to fire that man. But
I ain't really mad about it. It just I'm worried about this team moving forward because I'm not trying to look too ahead, but these games right here gonna be tough. After Miami, we ain't got no sweet schedules because we got Berlin and Germany. No, first we play the Patriots on the road, then we play the Colts in Germany. That's a track game. 2 track games there. And the Colts playing ALC. They playing good ball right now.
You know what? I'm not even concerned about no AFC teams right now.
It's NFC we gotta win it.
It's these NFC games, man. That's gonna kill us if we don't win it. We can win. We can go in there and win or lose against these AFC teams, but unless we beat these NFC teams, that's gonna get us into the playoffs. It really don't even matter at this point.
See, we messing up all the tiebreakers. We messing up all the tiebreakers.
Yeah. And see, right now, I think Carolina has the edge now, don't they?
Yeah, they second. They 4-3. We back third. Third.
No, I mean as far as NFC standing.
Yeah, we third in the division.
They have the edge.
Yeah,
we still have time to fix this now. It's not.
For sure.
No, it ain't over with. But if Carolina keep playing complimentary football, then it probably might be.
It don't matter. All we got to do is beat Carolina when they come down.
We got to beat Carolina, and we got to beat the Saints, and we got to beat Tampa. We got to win, man.
That was a given anyway.
Yeah, we got to win.
Kool-Aid got a question. What's up, Kool-Aid?
I got my phone about to go out, so I'm finna say this, man. Only thing that bothers me, man, is that the OC head is like a box of chocolate. You're not knowing what you're gonna get, bro. I'm gonna let it go like that, and I'm gone. Y'all have a good night, bro.
All right, Kool-Aid.
Hey, that was a good point, though.
Wednesday night,
I like that. I like that.
Hey, I'm gonna be at the Hawks game Wednesday night, definitely, man. I'm gonna be out there coaching. They call me Coach Ed out there. I'm gonna be.
I told you who to slap out there.
I'm gonna see what I can do for you, bro.
Slap Trey Young for me when you get out there.
Y'all check out Kool-Aid, aka the ATL Kool-Aid Drinkers, man.
All right, see y'all later,
man. Podcast is out here, man. Y'all please check my man out and y'all show him support like y'all showing us. But let's get back to it, man. As I said before, when you talk about people that are just incompetent as hell, we have it right here. I hate to say it, but we got it right here. Yep. And what we have now is a problem. We're not going to win ball games if we keep giving up the draws the way that we're doing, the way that we're doing it, how we're doing it. We have to put ourselves in a position to where we can make things happen. And my question is, I want to know, how can we continue to make this happen? It's still young in the season. We still got a lot of kinks to work out. We've seen what Zach looks like when he has everything on point. But the question is, can he continue to keep it rolling? That's my question.
But Ryan, what were we missing tonight?
I'm gonna be honest with you. We were pretty much missing competency tonight. That's what we
No. See. So that goes back to the offensive coordinator.
But here's my problem, though.
Look,
this is where Raheem got an issue. If you see that this man is struggling, guess what you need to do? He's standing on the sideline. You standing next to him. Yeah. I need you. This is what I need you to do. I need you to shorten up these routes. I need you to get the ball in my athletes' hands. I need you to let them make plays outside of Bijan. We know what Bijan can do. We know that you use him perfectly. But guess what we need you to do? We need you to get everybody else involved. Think about it. The Bulls couldn't win championships when Jordan was scoring 60, 70 points and nobody else got involved. And when Phil got in his face and said, hey, you're going to pass the ball. That's what you're going to do. And guess what happened? They started winning. And with him doing what he did, they couldn't be stopped. Guess what you have to do with this here? And I'm not comparing our team to those Bulls teams, but I'm saying the similarity is this. You got one superstar that you're just feeding. You have to literally use your other weapons. You have to, because Pitts is on a money contract. He was eating tonight, and you stopped going to him, which was crazy. And then Drake was eating. You go to him on the 4th and 1, but you go to him on the wrong downs.
But Ryan, but the thing about what Zach Robinson is game situation is like he don't know what the hot hand feed. Like he just don't know. He's like a candy store. Oh, I want this, I want that. He don't know how to like feed the hot hand, and that's the problem with game situation. And you know, and shout out Smith because he be saying that it's just game situations. Zach Robinson know how to game plan to see what's working.
That's if he game plans. That's if he game plans. Because if he did his research, if Zach Robinson did his research, right? This is a typical Atlanta Falcons 49ers game. We always play each other well, right? No one blows out nobody in this matchup. But when you consider this year, the two of the lowest, I mean, both of us are lower when it comes to scoring. Neither one of us are putting points on the board. Atlanta is number 26. San Francisco is number 22. So neither one of us are putting points on the board. But when you have a game this close and you have the opportunity to one or two things, either break away in that game or stay close in the game. And Zach Robinson was in the perfect opportunity to stay close in the game, and he didn't take advantage of it. Instead of being afraid to kick that 50-yard field goal, guess what? He should have put his kicker out there to kick that field goal. You know, if you don't have that man, if that man can't kick a 50-yard field goal, you don't need him on this team. You're talking about 50-yard. You got other kickers out there. I mean, they kicking 60, 65-yard field goals, and you got a guy here that you scared to put out there with 45-yard field goals.
Hey, Fandemic.
You come on.
There's a
If
no,
you
you're
don't
right. I was
trust
getting
that
ready to throw
kicker,
something out
and
here
then
for you,
another thing,
pandemic.
what the world is this clown on the practice squad for? If he no, I'm sorry, I ain't with developing kickers, man. Okay, kickers,
Right.
you got one job to do.
Red.
I ain't with developing. If
Hey,
you
Red.
ain't ready when you get here, if you ain't ready when you get here, dude, you ain't gonna be on the team. I ain't wasting no money on no kicker. I got to put in the doggone practice squad. Are you kidding me? I got a minor league for kickers now? No. Can you kick the ball? Yes or no? If the answer is no, then get off the team. I only got checked for one kicker, man. That's it. One.
Yeah.
Red, let me
But
give you a
hey,
round of
maybe Ryan,
applause.
maybe you could explain it.
Wait a
Maybe
minute.
you
I
could
gotta give
explain
Red. Look, I gotta get first off, I gotta give Red a round of applause for that.
it. He finally got it out.
Hey man, I had to get Red. No, I had to get no, but here's the thing. I've already said this. If you don't trust Parker Romo, you don't need to bring him up. There's a guy that's waiting for a job right now that's kicking in the USFL, and he's bombing it.
Yep.
And he kicked in big time situations. The only reason why he got cut was because of the fact he got hurt. You got Rodrigo Blankenship, who's got NFL experience. And I'm not just saying it because he's a bulldog, but I'm telling you, the man then kicked in big games. The man is kicked in the NFL. He got injured. That's why he got cut. He goes to the USFL and is drilling it. It's him and another guy who are the two best kickers in that league, and they're hitting 50 plus. So at this point, when are you gonna give him a call? Because Lenny Craig, it's nice that you have a booming leg, but guess what? Your booming leg ain't helping us in practice.
Right.
It ain't
But you
helping
know
us.
the thing, maybe like I said, and this is a question I wanted to ask y'all too. Now, according to the rules, an international player that we get in the international program, when you create your 53-man roster, that international player does not count against your 53-man roster. So we technically can have 54 players on the team. So why is he down on a practice squad?
That's the whole thing. Appreciate you, EME 7718. Yeah, it was a tight game, and yeah, your guys pulled it out, but our incompetence is what cost us this ball game, fam. Yeah. And that was the reason why it happened like that. So you know what? You guys fought tooth and nail for 4 quarters. You guys deserve it. We don't. We lost this ball game because of incompetence. And here's my problem. Okay. This is my thing. You need to be able to have the authority at this point because you know that you're a franchise quarterback. They don't take you for number 1 overall. Guess what happens? Need you to go over there to that sideline. Coach, we don't need to throw the ball on 4th and 1. Guess what? I trust the defense, but let's help the defense out, because if we don't get this, let's at least show that we're trying to do something that we know we can do. Let's run this ball. Let's get this first down. Let's chew up this clock, and let's get this ball in the end zone, because they can't tackle Algier, and then they can't stop Kyle Pitts. Let's get this first down.
I have no idea why you would go to Algier on that 4th and 1.
Yeah,
but Algier came back in the game, and they didn't go to him.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't know why you didn't go to him.
And they should have, because I think he got it on 3 previous possessions when we were short, 4th and short or 3rd and short, and they gave it to him. He picked it right up with no problem. So why would you even stop that momentum?
That play where they set up Algier right by Penny, and it looked like he set up to be the fullback, but they just give it right to him and he goes straight up. You could have did that play right there. That play worked every time we do it.
Yeah, but it was like Ryan said,
every time we do that play, it worked. You just did it right.
You talking about that direct snap?
It looked like it's a direct snap, but they got Bijan set up like you're a fullback, and they snap it, and he just give it right to him, and he goes straight up.
No, I see what he's saying. I see what he's saying.
You could have ran that play. That would have worked every time. I haven't seen it not work.
But you know what ultimately it was, though? Zach Robinson trying to outthink
exactly.
Like Ryan was saying earlier, he said to keep it simple. You know, if we had to mimic that game plan we had in Buffalo, if he had to just mimic that, he didn't have to change a thing. Run the dang on ball. It just I mean, it would open that game up so big. I mean, because they had one guy they had to worry about who was all over that field, and that was that guy Tatum Bethune. He was all over. I think that joker had about 10 or 12 tackles, man. I mean, he was all over the place. And all you had to do was account for him and your offense. I mean, get the ball out of Penny's hand. That's his game. Get rid of it quick. You know. But he's trying to outthink Kyle Shanahan, trying to outthink him. You trying to play chess with the chess master. And I'm like, sometimes you got to keep it simple and play checkers.
Well, no, it wasn't Kyle Shanahan. It was Salah. It was Salah he was playing against. And see the thing. See this is the thing.
So I meant
we did everything that we did in the Carolina game just a few minutes ago.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't do nothing that we did in the Buffalo game tonight.
Yep.
We were not getting to the line. We weren't speeding up. We standing back there wiggling and waving our hands and stuff. And, you know, and I didn't see not one audible call, not one.
Yeah.
All night long. So my problem is, okay, now, you know you're going to run into teams.
You're going to 3 runs. The Bijan, when he getting like 2 or 3 runs, man, take that out the playbook. If he ain't getting a bucket, a crap load of yard on the play, it ain't a good play.
Hey, the one play that you take out that book.
They were lining up. They were lining up no more than 5 yards off the line of scrimmage because they were determined to stop the run.
Yeah,
they were determined to stop the run.
So y'all remember the show Martin back in the day when you had Big Tommy and they changed his character up a little bit. My man, shout out to my man Daryl McBride or whatnot. He's a Falcon fan, but he said he don't know if he can go with this heart attack too much longer. But he put this out there. So he said, you got to use the phrase, I got you. We gave up the draws, dog. That's what we did. GTG. Gotta say it like Big Tommy. Shout out.
You know, I met that guy. Ryan, you'll never guess where I met that guy.
Don't say a Falcon game.
Tommy, 6 Flags over Georgia.
It don't surprise me. Tommy used to like to have fun. He was a good dude, from what everybody said. But but here's the thing. I'm with you on that, Carlo. We never use, and I said this at halftime. You gotta abuse these folks across the middle of the field. We didn't do it.
Yeah.
We didn't do it.
When Bethune was constantly in the backfield and on Penix, so that tells you right there that middle was wide open.
And this is my thing. If you use Pitts cross middles, if you saw where he's killing folks when they lined him up on that corner and they were running them slant routes and he was catching them, guess what? Then the safety had to come up. Yeah. When that safety comes up and Pitts is eating across the middle with that slant, guess what you do? Darnell Mooney over the top. Yeah. You know what I mean? We don't have Ray McLeod. Okay, Casey Washington is the guy. He finally caught a pass. Even though it was an ugly pass, he caught one.
Yeah.
So at this point, what can you do? Everything was screaming right there. They were letting you know that Penix got to beat us with his arm. And now that San Francisco has given that blueprint, don't think that the Patriots and Vrabel's not going to use that. Miami, we should eat that's a dumpster fire. Now I'm gonna tell you this: now if we lose to Miami, Raheem deserved to get fired at this point.
Yes, Lord.
That team is
yes, Lord. Yeah.
If we lose Miami,
Zach Robinson,
I understand folks getting upset.
I ain't in front of
Zach. You know,
I know, but you never know with this team. That's the problem. Think about it. Carolina didn't have a win, and we gave them one. And I keep telling people, guess what? Anytime you want to jumpstart your season, play the Atlanta Falcons. I've been saying that for years.
Oh, now look, let me tell you something. We the best get right team in the league. If you have a problem with your running game or your passing game, come see us. We'll help you straighten it out. We the best get right team in the doggone league. And see now, man, boy,
I can't do it.
You know what? I wouldn't be opposed to that idea, though, Ryan.
I'm trying not to go to Flowery Branch in the morning and just start with a bullhorn and just start cussing at the building until the Suwannee police come and lock me up.
That's how they do it there in Cleveland.
Not that time. It's not that time.
John,
you gotta see what they're doing up there in Cleveland.
Oh, John, I'm gonna tell you this here. Now, if we lose to Miami, then you go up there and you do that. That's what
it's time now. See, it's time now because this makes 2 stinkers that we done dropped out on the field. It's just like we falling behind a damn cow. All right, they dropped 2 stinkers that they didn't have no business dropping because of a dumbass offensive coordinator not calling games the way that they supposed to call.
Right.
I mean, the middle opened 2 games in a row. All you had to do incorporate this as part of your offense, man. Good grief.
And how many times they gonna run that tight end?
Damn.
Brandon ran that 3 times.
I mean, why in the world is it even in the playbook? We don't have that type of tight end.
Thank you. If you
so why is it even in the playbook? I mean, you got Charlie Warner, but he's definitely not going to run that play. You got Teagan, he's definitely not going to.
The man's passing the ball 20 yards sideways.
But here's the thing. If you had here's my thing, and y'all gonna laugh when I say this. If you had a Brock Bowers, you could run a screen like that because he's a freak of nature. The Raiders benefit from that. If you had a George Kittle, you could do that. Kyle Pitts is not that type of guy.
Yeah, he is not that guy.
He is not.
And I don't care what he ran in the combine, what he ran in rookie year. What do you put? He is not that fast now since that injury. He is nowhere near that fast.
Nah, I'm gonna give you this here, brother. This is what I wanted to play, but I jumped in it. But you know what? This is what this team need. Red, we got the collection plate below you, so I know you ain't finna steal it. So let's just say,
"Oh, Heavenly Father."
That's what we gonna say. Oh, Heavenly Father. Just one more time.
Oh, Heavenly Father.
After seeing this offense just do what they did, you need to pray to God right now because this was just awful.
It was a bad showing. And like I've been saying since
just we might be the ass of everybody jokes tomorrow. Just know that.
Oh, you know.
I'm gonna tell y'all this. Who's watching this broadcast right now currently? Don't get sensitive tomorrow. You got to just take it because half of y'all out here. This is why I tell people. I was trying to tell K-Dub this too last week. And he wasn't listening to me. And neither was Ray behind the magnificent BirdCage crew. I said, y'all like to be going to these places talking trash to folks. I'm like, I don't do that right now. Dude. See, and I told him, it was like, nah, you supposed to stay with your team. I'm like, listen, it's not me standing with the team. It's the fact that I know what this team does.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you right now, I remain humble. I ain't come out here talking trash. The only person I talked to was my guy Ken Dog, who an Alabama fan. I hit his mouth to this jerk all this year, so I got to hit his mouth. But shout out to Ken Dog, that's my guy. X or whatnot. But look, other than that,
April jumped in here. What's going on, April? Hey, but look though, I'm that type of guy. I'm sorry. I've always been that fan. I'm gonna talk trash everywhere I go. But
here's the thing.
At the same time,
you get humble. Look, here's the problem with being a Falcon fan. You really can't talk trash to nobody.
I really can't. I do it because I can.
And here's the thing. And look, as soon as you lose, they're gonna be, hey, what happened yesterday? You know how it go when you get to the job. I keep telling y'all this. It's not about this.
But you know what though?
What's up?
Any real person that you talk trash with, if they talk trash, say they talk trash about tonight's game, they're gonna be right along with you, man. Y'all offensive coordinator, man, he poo.
But
they're gonna say the same thing, but they're gonna clown you at the same time. But they're gonna tell you why.
But here's the thing. But my thing is, I don't even getting in that for like see y'all jokers be sitting there and when you get your feelings hurt because it's people that be ready to fight afterwards.
Yeah.
This my thing. And I got to call a spade. Listen, y'all got to get out your feelings. If you willing to sit there and dish this out, you got to take it. See, I know not to talk trash up here like that. See, I live in Philly. I talk trash about my Bulldogs. I talk trash about my babes. But when it comes to these, I'm humble. Y'all better understand. It's called you wait to get it off before you say something. Do not with this team, and John, you can attest to this. Since 1966, and my granddaddy told me this, and he cursed me with being a Falcon fan. And I love these stinking birds to the day that I get put up under.
And there you go.
My grandfather said it just like this here. He said, damn it, boy, these Falcons will find a way to lose. They find new ways to lose, and they will break your damn heart. And to this day, since 2016, my grandfather's been a fan since 1966. My granddad said, I can't put my feelings into this team no more. My granddad said, I'm 80-some years old, And he said that's probably the closest I ever see a Super Bowl in Atlanta. And he said, and it damn near killed me to watch him lose it.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Now
My
there
man
are people.
Daryl, the link is in the chat. Ryan, the link's in the chat, man. It's pinned.
Yeah. See, my thing is. Go ahead, Joe.
Go ahead, man. Go ahead.
No.
I'm sorry.
No. Go ahead.
There are people right now that after that Super Bowl down in Texas, they just can't physically do it no more.
Yeah.
They just can't do it no more. And then there are folk, that'll try to question their fandom. If you ain't riding with us and you ain't this, you ain't that. And they help build the doggone stadium.
Yeah.
They help build Atlanta Stadium.
But here's the thing. Here's the fans that kill me. The fans that kill me is this. You gonna sit here and talk about, I'm gonna tell the truth about this team. I ain't gonna sit here and lie about it. You got those fans that want to sit there and live in delusion. I can't rock with that. And they get mad at you when you tell the truth. But when it's time to pay the piper, they don't want to show up. They don't want to talk. But as soon as they win, they all want to be in the celebration. They want to be in the videos. Yeah, I said this. No. Yeah. Stand 10 toes down when we lose. Call us a fade. But the problem is, we got them in our fan base. Hell, I got some close to me right now.
Yeah, and see, thing is, I was there when they signed the paper. Okay, when Falcons became a team. See, we did not bring the Falcons from another city. This is the only professional team besides the soccer team that was born here.
Right.
Okay. We were granted a franchise here. We didn't come from St. Louis. We didn't come from Milwaukee. We didn't come from Birmingham. We were born here.
Well, John, wait a minute. The hockey team was born there too. The Atlanta Flames, then they left. And then the Thrashers was born here. So you've had 4 teams born in this city.
But see, thing is, them two, they gone. We stuck with this one.
Yeah.
This one's still here, and it's still killing people.
Hey, and they were trying to take Atlanta out of here. They were trying to take Atlanta out of here until Arthur Blank stepped in.
Yeah. You remember the bumper stickers?
Yeah.
Because they were trying to go to Jacksonville. They said, Braves, go get the hell out and take the Falcons with you.
Arthur Blank was saying, no, I want to keep them Falcons right here.
No, this was way before Blank. This was way before Blank.
Okay, yeah.
Hey, Daryl.
This is way before Blank.
Rankin Smith boys had the team.
Before I let Ron go, I got to read.
That Ron. What's up, Ron?
Before I let Ron go. Yeah, Daryl.
Let me get ready because I know he finna start cussing.
So me and my man Daryl or whatnot. Daryl's up here. He's from Tennessee or whatnot. He went to Clemson back in the day. So he a Carolina guy. He's been a lifelong Falcon fan. Daryl literally about a year or two ago when I met him up here, and he saw me with the Falcon hoodie on or whatever in the barbershop, and he looked at me. He was like, he said, you brave wearing that out here. I said, man, I rep my squad wherever I go. I said, I ain't scared of these fans out here. What I look like? I said, it's ATL till I die. And he said, he said, man, I don't know. I said, man, if you don't jump on this bandwagon, we gonna be all right. I said, don't fall off. We good.
Right.
We good. Exactly. That's all I can say. But shout out to my guy there. I was able to save his soul or whatnot, so he didn't go to another team or lead the NFL alone because he was getting ready to give up on the NFL. After that, he was just gonna stick with his Clemson, right? With the debacle up there in Clemson, he's sticking with the Falcons right now. Shoot. But Ron, what you got, man?
This team tonight, we did not play our game. We played the 49er game. What I mean by that beat us up at the line. Then a lot of our players did not want to tackle tonight.
Yeah, they gave up Ron at halftime.
Jesse Bates, you supposed to be a leader. I calling you out.
Woo-wee.
You cannot have step. You cannot have step like he did tonight.
Man. Yeah, he got ran over several times tonight. I was like ran over.
But here's my question for you. Since you're gonna call him out, I'm finna call you out on this. What you gonna say about your linebacker? Because guess what? That ain't all on him.
Yeah, Diablo got hurt too.
Wait a minute. I'm gonna get on your ass like I got on Will. It's only fair. I got to get on both of y'all because I got on him earlier. Trust me, you ain't the only one. I done got on a few people in here tonight. Now, you're right. Bates got beat, but are you gonna tell the story about JD Bertrand getting his ass on tonight?
I was going down the line.
Because here's the thing. Here's the thing. You expect Bates to be in the box and he's supposed to drop back or what? Because Bates can't play both at the same time when he got the cover for Bertrand because Bertrand can't tackle. Bertrand had a shot one-on-one with McCaffrey and got stiff-armed on the 3rd and 1 and had him in the backfield. So again, and Bates was covering for him. So if you say that if you saying that he got to be a better leader, I don't know what leadership looked like then, bro. Because he literally had that boy's back the whole night.
Right.
But you know what though? Another thing that hurt us too, man. I don't know what kind of tackling we was doing because all those arm tackling that was out there, man. I'm talking about from even Jesse Bates because he was one of the first ones that I saw with one of those arm tackles. I thought his arm was broke, literally. But everybody, I'm talking about everybody except for the guys on the that had their hands in the dirt. Everybody else was arm tackling, and I just don't get it. I mean, all you had to do was do what you did last game, right? And I understand you're a smaller guy, you run and you playing against a guy that's 6'1", 235 coming out the backfield, but at the same time, man, this is what you get paid for. This is what you signed up for. And Ryan, you know what I'm talking about when a DB got to come down and make a tackle on a big guy.
I'm about to say this.
I mean, I understand the arm.
It's my problem. I know where you're going with that. But here's my thing. If Sam Mills could do it at 5'9", and 250, JD Bertrand ain't got no excuse. Because Sam Mills was literally small.
Yeah.
So, hey, Daryl, I had to put that out there for you because you start in trouble. Y'all damn sick love to start in trouble.
It seems like our OC don't know how to get everybody involved. Like, yeah, Bijan look good, but when he don't play his best, this what you get. Yeah. This what you get.
Yeah.
How about get everybody else involved too?
Yeah.
He tried
to do it with Kyle Pitts. It just was too predictable.
Right.
Yeah.
Don't wait till after the fact we in fourth quarter, then get Kyle Pitts involved, then get Drake, then get Mooney. How about doing the whole game?
Yeah.
Just not a half. How about that? Zach Robinson, I pray to God you go to a new team next year.
I hope he take that job offer. I hope he does.
Me too. So
I really hope he take it.
You had not learned nothing from the Rams head coach. Nothing.
Mm-hmm.
And you should see him. You should see when you look at the camera. He would look like this. He would like he wanted to be.
Right. He like. Come on.
But you know what, too? Another thing I noticed too in this game here, as opposed to what I saw in Buffalo game. In Buffalo game, you saw when they were playing, it seemed like everybody was having fun.
Right.
You know, you saw the smiles on their faces. I mean, you saw the guys high-fiving each other, patting each other on the butt, hitting each other in the chest. We didn't see none of that this game. I mean, absolutely none.
So we got hit in the mouth tonight. 49ers is a grimy team, a tough team. When you get hit in the mouth by them, now how you going to bounce back the next game?
Hey, McCaffrey hit them in the mouth. Yeah, that's what hit them in the mouth. It wasn't nothing San Fran did, no less than what Buffalo did. Right. But McCaffrey got the ball, and he, like Ryan said, man, I'm talking about they just literally ran the ball down our throat. They ran it down our throat. That old school football. That's where it all started at. Before they came up with these designer passing games, it was all about the run. That's why players like William Andrews, Earl Campbell, Walter Payton, Slayton, that's how all them guys came about. Because at first it was the run game, you know. But I just wish that Zach Robinson, you know, it's not too big where you can't ask for help. You know what I mean? But there's nobody on the team that can help him because Raheem Morris is a defensive coordinator.
But
Jeff Albrecht, he's the only other guy that could do it. But he was a head coach but he's still a defensive coordinator.
Right.
You're not talking about TJ Yates. You know he's not going to be able to do it. So who's going to help that first year guy? This is a first year guy that still needs some training.
But look, we just gonna have to ride.
If you too proud today,
he's not the guy. He's not the guy for this team. We just gonna have to ride it out because if we keep asking folks or keep having to tell him how to do his job, then eventually he don't need to eat the job or somebody else needs the job. We can't keep every week coming and saying Zach need to do this, Zach need to do that. I wish Zach would do this. I wish Zach would do that. Dude, if we saying this every week, you don't need to have the job.
I got to do your job. I need to get
how many folks in our job? You think my supervisor is John? No, you think my supervisor come around me every day? Red, I need you to do this. Red, I need you to do that. Red, I need you to do that. Every day, every game we saying do it. Zach, I need you to do this. I need Zach to do that. I need him to get that man involved. I need him to get that man involved. Zach supposed to know this guy can't do this. Zach supposed to know this guy. I mean, dude. We are literally doing your job for you. We got to stop doing this guy's job for him. If he ain't up to the task, then eventually he just don't need to be in charge of the team.
Especially when retired.
You think Ben Johnson and Kyle Shanahan, what you think they do with our offense? What you think Andy Reid would do? You think we be coming up here every week saying, man, I wish Kyle Shanahan would do this. I wish Ben Johnson would do that. I wish Andy Reid would do this. No.
Right. And see, the bad part is just week, 6, 7?
Week 7 going on 8. Week 8, mid-season.
Not yet.
Well,
that won't start till Thursday, right? Week 7? We week 7 now?
No, we in week 8. We in week 8.
We start Thursday night.
Yeah.
Well, it's just 1 week between the two. But thing is that I got 9 more doggone weeks of this crap I got to look at here. You know, and see, that's why I always, man, and I find myself going back, repeating things that I have said, that Ryan has said, that Red has said, that Ron has said, that William has said, that my man here has said, because it keeps bubbling up like nuclear waste. You know, you try to bury it, but every now and then it just bloop. The next thing you know, it's back killing folks. And that's what has happened here again. See, this is the same feeling and the same impression that I got after the Carolina game. I keep saying it because it's true. I mean, then I'm starting to hear excuses about us traveling out to San Francisco, 5-hour plane ride, all this type of stuff. Hold up, bro. Hold up. If you know you going to San Francisco, you just beat Buffalo on Monday night, and you know you're going to San Francisco, why you didn't leave
early
Tuesday, Wednesday?
That's a 3-hour. That to me, look, it's a 3-hour swing. You're talking about, like, if anybody's ever been to the West Coast, I was stationed out there for 2.5 years, and when I first got out there, I was in the Bay Area. I was in Petaluma, California, going to A school. Then I went from there to Kodiak, Alaska, which went back an hour. So again, when I ended up moving back to the East Coast or whatnot, I had to get used to, even though I was waking up early and stuff like that, but I still had to get used to the time adjustment. And that is a real thing where your body has to focus. You get what I'm saying? Your body has to refocus and get used to what time zone you're in. That's a real thing. And I agree with you on that, John. When you have these West Coast games, you need to leave on a Monday night, be there for the week. Arthur Blank got plenty of money. He can house y'all. He paying all these salaries. You really don't think that he can't house y'all in the hotel for a couple of days, it's okay. I would have been cool with them leaving on a Tuesday night or hell early Wednesday morning. You get what I'm saying? Because when you get over there, it's gonna be early in the morning and they get to adapt to it. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. You got 4 days to adapt and be ready for that. But again, you pissed down your legs, you screwed yourself, and now you have to handle business against a slack Miami Dolphins team. And the way that you handle business, you literally have to pull out that strap and you got to start whipping ass. And I mean, when I say this game, this can't be a close game. This got to be a runaway game with a team that's Miami is this bad. And then think about it. You still got the Jets coming up soon, which is another horrible AFC team. At this point, you collect the easy wins, and the Patriots are not going to be a pushover. I hope you think
articles. No, I already know that.
Yeah. And again, when you talk about, and this is me, I said this long time ago. A lot of people gonna get mad at me when I say it, but at this point, I don't give a damn. You don't like what I got to say? Tough. Get a mic, click the link, bring your ass in here, and you can get blessed with some of this too if you don't like what I'm about to say.
Get this knowledge.
And I don't normally say it like that, but see, I know of some folks out here. They do this differently on this show. I'm gonna call a spade a spade. Y'all rejoice when we got a black head coach, but you damn sure didn't think about the competence that this man lacks.
Yeah.
His record was what it was. No, I'm cooking right now. You got to wait for a second. I'll let y'all have it. What I'm saying is this. Y'all celebrate so because you got a black man in charge. But my thing is, why didn't you get a black man that had competence? Why didn't you give a guy that was proven in a Lovie Smith? Why didn't you give a guy like a Mike Singletary a job that could actually motivate these guys that don't kiss ass around here? Why didn't you get a guy like a Brian Flores who showed you how to build a damn team? Let's call a spade a spade. Let's talk about it. Brian Flores built that Miami team that this dude McDaniels. Look at it like this. You look at Mike Tomlin up in Pittsburgh. Some people want him gone. I live here on the eastern side of Pennsylvania, and there's still the fans over here. All these folks want this man gone. He's never had a bad season in Pittsburgh. They've gone to the playoffs every year he's been there. Now, they want him gone because of that. So if you want to talk about competence or whatnot, you got to get somebody in here that's competent, that does not care, that's going to make the decisions. I'm just going to be real with you. You think Mike Tomlin would screw up with a team like this?
Hell no.
And think about it. And he doesn't even have the pieces that we have, and Pittsburgh look better than we do right now. I said right now. I ain't saying the whole season, but I'm saying right now. But what I'm saying is this. Y'all hired a guy that tap dances like Sambo. If you know who Sambo is, you know, do your history lessons. And at this point, I'm going to keep it honest with you on this. I don't like using the word Uncle Tom because that's giving the man too much credit. If you
I'm about to say they're giving him too much credit.
You know if you know about Uncle Tom, Josiah Henson, do your history on that. He actually helped abolitionists, and he also helped slaves get freed in Canada and teach those folks trades. So if you want to sit here and keep going, you got Sambo as a coach that's going to smile and dance for folks out here and not just be a damn coach and not going to hold people accountable. And my problem is this. You push Ray McLeod out the door for partying. And the fact of the matter is he called you out on your BS. And you got upset and you got in your feelings. And now this man that been sent home from practice. And I don't know the whole story, but I do know this. I know that Atlanta has a history of players that party and they show up and do their job. Now, if he's not doing his job, you got all rights to get rid of him. But at this point, you didn't like the fact that he called us out when we played like crap and lost to the Carolina Panthers and said all our jobs are on the line. You didn't like the fact that this man literally is holding your ass accountable because you fired a coach that had damn near 1,000-yard receivers last year and a slot receiver that had 700 yards.
Right.
Y'all can say what you want about Ray McLeod, but you need somebody that's not going to be a yes man in this building. Look, no disrespect to Bijan Robinson, but I'm going to call it like I see it. Okay, you the superstar of this team. Negro, I need you to step up, and I need you to start calling some folks out. Okay, you the man. You know what? Now that you the man in this team, since your quarterback right now is a little too timid to speak up about it, you need to speak up about it. A lot of people aren't gonna like this, and I don't give a damn if you don't like what I'm saying. The thing that I respect about Ray is the fact that he held folks accountable and he was willing to fight for it. You got somebody in this offense and on this team that's gonna tell the truth when it's not suitable. The problem with this stupid ass fan base, and yes, I said stupid ass because a lot of y'all act dumb to everything that's going on. Half you can't walk and chew bubblegum at the same time, but you want to sit here and wear these rose-colored glasses at this point, and y'all don't really understand the fact that this man is killing our franchise. He's killing our chance to win a Super Bowl. But y'all want to sit here and still play patty cake and, oh, well, I'm not going to trash this. No, the hell with all that. This man has been a problem. If you haven't seen that, 2 wins against horrible teams is not going to really keep him out of the fire. When has he really had a big win in his coaching career? Raheem has been who he was since Tampa. He's a great assistant coach. He's a great defensive coordinator. He is not competent enough to be a head coach. And if you don't like what I'm saying, like Goody Ma say, fly away. But I'm going to call a spade a spade. I'm tired of the mediocre BS that we see in these press conferences when you lose. Oh, we just got to get better. We're going to have this, we just got to get better. No, the hell with that. No, we didn't get it done. We screwed up. Guess what? We lost and shot ourselves in the foot. We got to fix what our problems are. We got to get a number 2 receiver while Mooney is not even 100% and he's still playing. We have to get better. We have to get more championship depth on this offensive line. We are not where we need to be. We have good wins so far, but we are not a championship team right now. It's okay for you to say that. It's okay for you to tell the truth. But the problem that I have is mostly everybody wants to freaking hold. Ooh, John, that almost came out, boy. This would have turned into action real quick. I'm at this point where I'm tired of everybody saying, well, we don't want to sit here and talk bad about the team. Man, the hell with all that. Y'all, you know what? If you sit here and you can't call this team out, you know what y'all can do?
Kick rocks.
That's how I feel about it. No. Listen to the soundbite. If you really want to sit here and wear rose-colored glasses over the problems and the deficiencies that we've called out, we've had wins, but we haven't had no great wins. Let's keep this a buck. We have to get better. We got too many pieces and too many good players on this team to be as mediocre as we've been. So until we get this fixed at this point, it's just going to be the same old song and dance or whatever. You're going to have half this fan base that's going to be drinking Kool-Aid and following the cult like we're doing in American society right now. I ain't going to get into that because y'all going to get me started. And then you got the ones that's on this side right here that see the stuff for what it is, and we going to call it out. So at the end of the day, this just needs to be fixed all the way around, period.
Thanks.
At this point, it's not even Terry. Terry gave you the pieces. Now it's all on Raheem. Terry, and I'm going to keep it a buck, Terry don't need to go nowhere.
Right.
If there's anybody the hell up out of here, it's Raheem Morris and Zach Robinson. I'm okay with Jeff Olbrick. I'm okay with Coach Ollie. I'm good with Coach Jerry Grant at secondary. Right now, it's my OC. My O-line coach got to go because he's a problem too. So that's pretty much all I got. That's my rant for the night. Ryan, if you got anything you want to say, have at it, sir. But we only got a couple of more minutes, and I'm going to let you have a few minutes to say what you got to say, and I got to shut this down because it's almost 8 o'clock.
I did not want Raheem here in the first place. Now, let me say that on record. 2, I cannot stand Raheem in Tampa Bay. If you cannot win in Tampa Bay, how you going to win in Atlanta? And 3, he wasn't the reason why they won in LA. He put pieces, he added pieces on that team. But overall, he did not coach that team. I got to say that because some fans been blowing up my phone said Raheem is a good coach of bullshit. Excuse my French.
Whoa. You can't say that on here, man.
Excuse my French. I'm sorry. But some people been blowing up my phone all day talking about Raheem, a good head coach. Where? What did Raheem win by himself? What? I will wait.
Only one playoff game. That's it. Other than that, nothing.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm gonna keep it 100. I actually wanted him here, right? Because some coaches got to start somewhere, right? But I went on the fact that how he was with us initially, right? He was that guy on that defense. When I'm not gonna say he was that guy because Emmanuel was here too, but when players came off the field, players dialed in when Raheem Morris was here as a coordinator, right? When players come off the field, whether they play offense, defense, special teams, when they came off the field, he's there greeting these guys. He's talking to the guys on the sideline. He get these players to respond. So I'm thinking like maybe he had his tenure over there with the Buccaneers. He had his tenure with the Rams. He learned something under one of the good young coaches. I figured hey, what the hell? He might have learned something. Obviously, it didn't transpire until him being a great head coach. But people don't understand. It's one thing to be a great coordinator. You can be the best out there. But it's a whole different ball game when you put on that head coaching hat. It's a whole totally different ball game. Ask Shanahan about it, why he can't keep winning over there anymore. Ask what's his name used to be with Dallas. The Dallas Jason, what his name is?
Garrett.
Jason Garrett. Ask him. It was a totally different ball game once you put that head coaching gear on. But like you said, Ryan, why didn't we go get these other coaches that already had a resume that knows how to win, or even get a coordinator who even interned as a head coach that already knew how to win? Right? We went and got people that interview people that pretty much had a game plan, but at the end of the day, why didn't Saleh end up with a job here? Why didn't Ben Johnson end up with a job here? We all know why Belichick wasn't here, but at the same time, why did you stop with Raheem? Somebody who you already know don't hold accountability. He just, like you said, he smiles and nods. And as a head coach, you got to have the thickest skin on the team. You got to be that one that enforces that accountability. I don't care who it is, friend or foe. And the fact that he has not said nothing to Zach Robinson about this, I'm not saying he hasn't, but the fact that nothing has changed and Zach Robinson is still here and is the obvious problem. I mean, we as fans, we see it. Opposing fans, they see it. They calling it out before we do. So why hasn't nothing been done with Zach Robinson? We already know Raheem Morris is not going to go anywhere. They're not going to pay 3 head coaches. It's not going to happen. He's going to live out his contract. Either that or Arthur Smith going to have to. Well, I know Arthur Smith ain't going to take no settlement. But Raheem Morris has to be that head coach to step up and start doing his job. He has to start holding Zach Robinson accountable, just like he holding his. Well, no, he can't even say he holding his players accountable because nothing has changed. Now Jeff Albrecht has come in here, got his defense, and it's only because of his scheming that things have changed. It's not because nobody's being held accountable. It's because of what the scheming that he's calling, which is a great idea. But at some point, it's going to falter through like it did tonight. Sometimes you got to play with a little bit of discipline. Sometimes you got to hold yourself accountable and say, "Hey, I'm not doing my job." Not saying that they didn't, but I saw a lot of arm tackling that night that could have very well kept McCaffrey in a space where he's second guessing where he runs. 200 yards is unacceptable. Not saying McCaffrey is not that type of running back, but at the same time, I'm cool with the loss. But it's how you look. It's how you look. Like the game against Carolina. See, like the game against Tampa Bay, I was cool with that. Where everybody knows Tampa Bay is a stout team. But then you go lose against a team like Carolina. people always say that excuse. Oh, it's any given Sunday, any given Sunday. I don't never give that excuse. Never. You know what your team is. You know how your team is built. It is sometimes that does not apply to any game. And that was one game against Carolina. You could not say any given Sunday. No, sir. I don't care what they've done already. How many games they've won after us. But an 0-2 team that has no offensive coordinator, no head coach, a quarterback that didn't know the signals. Yeah, you turn around and get a goose egg against them, 30-0, and what you do, you go fire a position coach. That's not holding accountability.
I'm done with the thing I'm done with is this. We can't continue to keep putting ourselves in a position to where we're not getting it right. You can't do it. You can't do it. And at this point, what has to happen, you're going to have to, it's not just accountability that you're going to have. You're really going to have a true heart to heart with Raheem, and Arthur Blank got to sit down with him and he got to talk to him at this point, because right now it's not just frustrating. I think you need to have somebody that's got a Brian Cox type of mentality on the offense. Mm-hmm. We already got a good defense, but you got to have somebody that's mean, that don't give a damn, and he's going to call you out and he's going to be in your butt.
Yep.
Hey, Boom, what's up, man? Go ahead and get it off. We got like 5 minutes left, and I'm going to let you get this.
Quick. I'm about to be quick, man. I'm glad you said what you said about Ray McLeod, man, calling this organization out and calling this. And I'm going to be honest with y'all guys, man. Guys, listen, don't be upset to all the fans. And I agree with everything you said about the fans, Ryan. And I stand on the same principles, man. Y'all wanted Raheem Morris. Y'all wanted this princess, pudding pop, black head coach that hasn't proved anything, that's been pretty much a backup, hand-me-down guy. No disrespect to him. But, man, I'm going to tell y'all something. And I just want to say this real quick to all Falcons fans. Don't be shocked. This is who they've been for the last decade, right? We got to understand something. We knew the game was over when Christian McCaffrey dominated. Let's just talk about the first half. I knew the football game was over in the second quarter when Christian McCaffrey physically dominated this team alone.
Over 100 yards.
And I'm going to be honest with you guys. I wouldn't be shocked if this is another 8-9 or 7-10 season. And I'm going to be honest with y'all, man, they don't even make me upset anymore. As much as I love the Falcons and as much as I want to see this team be great, see this team be consistent, see this team win, man, it's at the point where I'm starting to not even care, man, because this is who they are. They'll go out there and beat a team that we're not supposed to beat and come back and lose to a team that's depleted, starting quarterback down, offensive weapons down, arguably the best linebacker in football down, and you lose the game. And then we got an offensive coordinator who's horrible in short yardage situations, horrible in clutch play calling when we need a first down or we need a situation. Now, that ball to Drake London was a bad ball by Penix. I think it was kind of it wasn't enough on that out route. But
he should have floated that one. Boom. He should have floated that one.
Yeah. But the fact of the matter is, man, we all know as Falcon fans, this is who they are. I don't care who the head coach is. I don't care who the offensive coordinator is. I don't care who's calling the defense. This is what Falcons represent, and we got to be realistic until we physically see a change. The word Falcons, Falcon, is fans always leave, counting on next season. You cannot make this up. That's who we are. And as much, like I said, as much as I want to see this team be great, look, guys, for me, it's no point in letting your Monday, your tomorrow be ruined. Look, this is who they are. Learn to live with it, right? They chose this coaching staff, and until they make a change, this is who we are. This is who we're going to be, right? Hey, I'm not even confident going against the Dolphins next week. They're like, oh, shit, excuse my language. The Falcons just got beat up by a depleted 49er team. We got a chance.
Boom, I said, but these two can tell you, you know what? It happened earlier. Ron said it. I've been trying to keep everybody from cussing. So far, we've been all right. We got 2 that slipped out. But boom, I said this earlier, and these 2 gentlemen can attest for you. I said that we can't even trust them to beat Miami. We got to see how that's going to go. Because guess what? They come out here and lay an egg and give Miami a chance to look like all-world beaters next week.
Exactly.
And right now, we don't know how serious Diablo's forearm injury is because, again, Bertrand is not a true middle linebacker.
No.
At this point, I'm going to tell you what needs to be done. And I'm going to let you finish because you rolling. And I ain't trying to stop that. But just think. Trey Anderson just got back in the lineup. Guess what? Put him out. Put him on the outside linebacker spot. Put Ellis in the middle. Because tonight, Bertrand literally showed you why he is a special teams ace. That is all he is good for. And it's okay for us to have special teams aces because guess what? You're going to need them to make plays in special teams. It's okay. He's not a true starting linebacker in the NFL. Not fast enough to be an outside linebacker, not big enough to be a middle linebacker, not physical enough to be a starting linebacker at all because he does not tackle well. So,
at all.
Out of your business. I'm going to let you go ahead and finish this on out, and then we're going to wrap this thing up tonight.
I'm going to just say this, man. You guys got beat by one guy. I mean, Christian McCaffrey has dominated the Falcons throughout his career going back to Carolina, man. It seems like they do not have an answer for this guy, man. I don't care what uniform he has on. If he is up against the Atlanta Falcons, start him on your fantasy. Right? Start them on your fantasy. Right? Hey, every prize pick category they have for Christian McCaffrey, man, you might boom up that night. But seriously though, I know it's about to be in. Like I said, fans, don't let this upset us, guys, because I expected this. Hey, they beat the Bills, but I kind of expected this going to Levi Stadium, man. I mean, this is who they are. We know y'all know we'll get a big win and then lose 3 straight. Like I said, I'm not even confident in this Falcon team. Even though they beat Buffalo last week, I didn't even have them winning that one either, man. That they won the game. Congrats to the Falcons. Like I said, y'all, this coming from a diehard fan. I believe I love this team more than any other team that I root for in sports. But at the end of the day, this is who the Atlanta Falcons are. And and like I said, after today, after the way they got beat up on, and other teams gonna see this same film. I don't know, man. I don't know. But that's all I got.
Well, gentlemen, we're going to go ahead and wrap this up. It's 1 a.m. All us got it. Well, John's the only one that's retired in this. We all got to go to work tomorrow. Shoot. But I look at it like this, and we going to wrap this up, man. This is what I said earlier this season. And I got crapped on, when I said consistency is the word. That has to be the word this year. Been saying it since this offseason. And it's not trying to rain on nobody's parade, but I call it like I see it. Even when we've won. Boom, you've heard me say this. Like, look, I don't need y'all. Don't get too high. No, we listen. No. Take every win week by week. Enjoy it. Move on. Because humbleness is a week away. Humbleness is a week away. And the one thing that I laugh about, and this is just me, I'm a diehard Falcon fan. You can't take this away from me. But I laugh at half my fan base because you get one win, they talking like we finna win the Super Bowl.
Exactly.
I'm like, I'm looking long term. I'm not looking at just now. I understand when we win, you celebrate the win and you talk about the good, and then in the week, I normally break down, okay, what we need to work on. That's how my mindset was from my playing days to now, even doing this.
Yeah.
Even when I was helping coach. Same thing, just like you. Y'all, just like you, coach. You win ball games. Guess what you do? Take a win temporarily for a moment, and then you get back to the drawing board. The fans is what we're gonna hold on to that. We're gonna talk trash all week. We're gonna do all of this. They don't get it. and that's why fan is short for fanatic. And for those who are going, for those who are gonna say, well, y'all didn't make it to that level, it's okay. We don't have to make it to the level of the NFL to sit here and give an honest assessment of what you're gonna hear on Monday morning. It's okay. But there are plenty of people that say stuff like that didn't have a heart to ever put on a helmet and step on the field.
Yeah.
So if you want to come down that route and say that, okay, that you have failed athletes that come on here that talk about what they see with current athletes, okay, that's fine. You can say we failed. You can say that we didn't make it. It's okay. Everybody ain't gonna make it to the league. And it doesn't mean that people couldn't play.
Yeah.
But I will say this. It doesn't take away the fact that we gonna call this team out whether you like it or not, and we gonna call the fans out when stuff ain't right, and we're trying to tell y'all what it is, but y'all want to argue with us when we keep it honest. So it's not that we're less of a fan, it's the fact that we want to see this team do well, but we're okay with calling this team out for the things that they've screwed up on and they need to fix so we can be a championship team. That's all.
Thanks.
So it's no hate. So you guys go ahead and get the plugs to your pages, and then we're gonna wrap this up.
Yeah. But guys, I'm gonna say this. My playing days are over. They've been over for a long time. I'm on couch potato now. Coach Little League for a little while, and I don't even do that no more. So but I can tell you what, there are some guys that went on to play to the next level that knew they play against me and probably still feeling it today. That's all I'm gonna say about that one. But guys, y'all can just follow me on YouTube, Atlanta Falcons Fandemic, on same thing on Twitter. Right now I just do fact-based content. I'll start doing regular podcasts probably about another week or so. But the guys are like Ryan said, man, we are who we are. You know what I mean? But I'm gonna celebrate every win too. But at the same time, I'm that guy that's gonna hold accountability. I'm former military, so if I can cuss them out and praise it all in the same sentence. So guys, once again, just like I said, YouTube, Twitter, and look for me more on the podcast in the future.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you, Fandemic. Definitely appreciate you coming through. As always, my brother, you be easy, and we'll see you next time. Boom, what you got?
Hey, it's your boy DA Boom with DA ATL Sports. And like Ryan said, I actually got a chance to put on a couple NFL helmets through trying out. So I consider myself made it, right? And I know these guys on this panel know football very well, but you can follow me at DA ATL Sports. And last thing I'm going to say before I go, Billy Bowman Jr., where are you? That's it.
Yeah, he was on the field tonight, but what? Actually, no, he was out. He was out tonight. He was out. He was hurt. That's why he didn't play.
Yeah.
And think about it. Jalen Walker was gone too. So that was huge tonight.
Yeah.
But definitely appreciate you, Boom. Definitely will catch you soon, my guy. Thank you for coming through. Big John, what you got?
Another Falcons loss. We'll get a chance to talk about that coming this Wednesday on the Eye Test. And please be tuned, because the way that my psyche feels right now, I'm liable to go off in the morning on the radio station as well as on other platforms. So watch for me. Hell is coming, and I'm 3 steps behind.
Man, appreciate you, Big John. The Crooked Deacon is out. Hey, we thank y'all for tapping into the post-game benediction. We went a lot longer than what I thought, but it's all good. We lost tonight, so guess what? People needed to get it off their chest and out their system. You're going to see a ton of stuff that's going to come out this week, whether it's with the national media or it's with us or whatnot. We definitely don't mind, and we appreciate y'all for tapping in with us tonight. And thank you for those who have joined, who's also have joined the channel. We're up to 907 folks right now. Probably get more after this broadcast, but we appreciate you guys for tapping in. We're going to always give you the raw, the real, and we're going to tell the truth. We're not going to put sugar on top of anything, but we're going to always keep it honest, but we love these Falcons. So this is your boy, the Historian, signing out. We'll catch you next week. Ghosts.